This is going to be a short form caution. This is not a scam alert. NRS, NRS Purple, NRS Solutions, whatever name it has on the little pin pad when you go to the corner store. Credit Card Merchant Service Company. I found out very likely that the systems that have been put in recently that are faster, where you put the card in either by chip or other and press a single button to get it to go through much more rapidly, because you get to choose how it processes, may have an issue. This is no shade on any of the companies, the corner stores. This is the processing company. After the change out happened, I noticed problems with the card going through, or saying that it had much more errors to it. It's the same hardware, they just upgraded it with newer software. And as we all know, update, upgrade, and software are bad words if you want to be secure. Just take my word for it. Trust me, bro. So here we go. NRS, National Retail Solutions, card readers. My advice as a security technician: stop running your credit card for transactions at all for a month. Whether you've noticed a problem, for the next month, stop running your credit card at all. Go to the bank machine and the bank, make it the bank's problem, not yours. Pull the money out and use your online banking website, not the app. Stop using the app. Use a real computer. Go to the website. Check your balance. Look for any transactions through the card because, again, for the next month, don't run the card. Pull out actual cash from a bank machine if you can find one, or if you have to, go to the freaking bank exclusively. Next. There is no next. For 1 month, stop doing it. This has to do with National Retail Solutions, credit card merchant services in general. I'm recommending this. There have been a bunch of security breaches recently. It's a little too coincidental, and them doing an update to the software to this piece of equipment is also matching the fact that on Wells Fargo, their online number that you're supposed to use if you have a problem on the website just died. A 1-800 number run by Wells Fargo for you to be able to get a replacement card because yours has a minor amount of damage. Hey, while we're going through this, I'll just run it to the bank machine and get a new one sent to me. That worked out great. It only worked out when I called the phone number on the back for Wells Fargo. That number is currently 1-800-869-NOISE 3557. And it said it's customer service in general. They said it was premium or whatever. They just fluffed the product, obviously. Do not use the other numbers, some of which, if you look them up on Reddit, have been shown to be being spoofed. And again, stop using the app. Do not use your cell phone. Use a wired connected phone through a real phone line. Do not use a voice over IP thing provided by the cable company where it can be hacked and spoofed. Treat it like it is. If you have proper ID, which my ID is so damaged, like the card, that I couldn't use it today, you'll have to do other methods. But if you have ID, physically go to the bank, talk to a teller, and pull out the amount of money you're going to need for the month, or, like I'm considering doing, emptying your account down to the minimum amount. Again, this is one company, NRS, National Retail Solutions, but every credit card merchant and service should be considered suspect. Why am I doing it? Panic mode. I got paid for over a decade, it's 2 decades, to be a professionally paranoid person. I am sensing a trend. You do not have to take my advice. I recommend you don't take my advice. Do not do a run on the bank. Pull out the money you need only from a bank machine. Check it to make sure it doesn't have a skimmer, or just go into the bank itself and do the transactions in person. Pull out your money. Use the card only at the bank or only at the bank machine. Make sure it's a bank machine outside of the bank. They're watched more. That's why. People aren't willing to put a skimmer or scammer on it. Problem I found. Credit card transactions that were almost identical but not identical to the other ones. I'm going to bring up the ones. This is, again, no shade on the company. They have me walking around the place, loudly telling every person there I'm a tech, so they're not going to very likely have anybody within the company that's going to be doing anything. But the transactions were my coffee, $1.99. Okay. Then another transaction for $3.29, then one for $3.99 that wasn't real. Both of those were false. These are typical numbers you would see, and they look like not only somebody getting greedy enough to do double charge, they double charge it with a slightly different number by changing the tens place, or the 10-cent point. So it goes from 129 to 149, some other random number. You'll have to look for that. Warning about Wells Fargo. It doesn't give you the time and date stamps for each transaction going through because they don't keep fine-grained data like that on purpose. That way somebody can't get on the website, have access to high-resolution data like that, and be able to use it. You have to be kind of kept limited. If you're at a bank, you can ask the bank to do a full audit of the account to look for it, or say, basically pay attention to it, look for anything. This means you won't be able to access your account if you do that, because they're going to treat the account as being compromised and do an actual investigation. So warning, if you do this, they might lock you out of the account because they need to. So again, I'm going to repeat my advice for this month. Stop using an app on your phone for any financial transaction of any kind. I don't care how convenient it is. Everything's cash and carry. Next, use cash only. Next, pull the money out of your bank account at the bank or at the bank machine directly outside of it. That's second layer safety. Third layer would be any other bank machine, and dead last would be running the card at any place. Next, every credit card merchant service is considered suspect if they've updated within the last 2 months, because I'm afraid a lot of them are compromised. Next, look at your account. See if there's transactions that shouldn't be there. If there are any at all, your process is, first thing, pull all the money out of your account. Second, tell the businesses you go to, yeah, I'm seeing double charges happening. Contact your credit card merchant services and inform them that you have credit card transactions that are being duplicated. Make it that company's problem. Tell them to fix it. If they refuse, inform them that they might want to shut down that company. Any company that hears wire fraud, basically that is, over the phone, is going to immediately do a fucking audit, because they're not stupid. Because FDIC laws, even though Trump is weakening them, actually cause them to be charged under criminal cases. They're charged immediately with wire fraud by default, because that's obvious. And then they're just going to arrest whoever's guilty. And if the company fucks up, they just lose the ability to process things. They're not going to fuck around. They're going to fix it. Or they'll get on the phone and give you the runaround like I heard over the phone. Next, trick words to use if you're a merchant. Stop following the script. I need you to tell me how to do this particular action only. If you do not know how to do it, or if you're being told by your supervisor not to do what I need done, transfer me to someone else who will. And if that doesn't work, transfer me to your security department now. And then also say, I am recording this, and I will file a court case. If you're a merchant. If you're an ordinary user, you have no power, don't do that. I had to explain to someone on the phone, hi, I'm the customer, stop following your script. We need information on exactly how to reverse the transaction. You need to alert your security department something's wrong. And I could hear barely in the background, because they made a mistake, the person then talked over me so that that would have the effect of shutting me up. And I heard their supervisor speaking in a different language, a few words I understand because I learned them over the years, that basically amounted to stall him. So if you're working at National Retail Solutions and you're an upper level person, tell every single care representative company you've hired out to change their script to make note of errors. And now we get to the 9-minute mark here. NRS Solutions, National Retail Solutions, whatever, NRS, purple. I think your system is compromised. This is a unprofessional, unknowledgeable, but if you have people reading the script for disaster, it's called a disaster script. We had one at the place I worked at. I worked at a place that did tech support for lots of companies. That's how I have a lot of experience with this. If someone's reading the disaster script, you need to fix that shit. If any of you are still watching, if you are, thank you very much, and you're dismissed. Yes, the Volgon. Watch the channel. Bye.